Hello, and welcome to a very special edition of Man vs. Violin. Today is day 500. 500 consecutive days that I've been playing the violin every day. 500 days ago today, I picked up the violin for the first time and have managed to practice every day. Through the rain, through the sleet, through the snow. Wait a minute, that's the Postal Service. But definitely through the rain. In fact, it's raining today. Days where I had a leaky roof. Months where I worked 2 full-time jobs. Days where I've been sick. Days when I've been tired. Days when I've been sick and tired. I still manage to find time to practice every day. So to commemorate this special day, I wrote an original piece called The 500, and I'll be playing that. And after that piece, I'm going to be talking about some minor alterations I made to my violin that have been very helpful. And then there's an award ceremony, so that ought to be pretty exciting. So I'm going to start this episode by playing an original piece I wrote called The 500. And here it is right here. It's a piece that I wrote, and it incorporates a lot of double stops and triplets. In fact, I loaded it up with double stops. So it's particularly challenging because I don't have great double stop ability. But I wanted something that I could practice and work on double stops. So they're in this piece. We'll see how they sound. So a lot of exciting things in store for this episode. We're going to start with the least exciting thing first, which is my playing. So here we go. The 500. Okay, well, some of those double stops were a little crunchy, definitely pressing the bow too hard, but something I need to work on. Hey, it's only been 500 days. With the double stops, I've been trying to practice them as octaves. So there's several double stops in there that are E double stops, where I finger the E on 2 different strings. And I wanted to start with octave double stops because that's easiest for my ear to hear. And then there's a run where there's several double stops in a row, and that's E, F sharp, and then G. So those double stops, again, they sound pretty crunchy. I'm definitely playing the bow too hard. So I have to find the right amount of pressure and at the same time hold the bow in the right position to be hitting both of those strings. And then the other thing I wanted to work on was triplets, because I think that the triplets help develop some speed, which is something else I need to develop. So triplets just kind of help me visualize the notes in a faster way than, say, 16th notes or 32nd notes, which I'm not quite up to the speed of yet. So the next thing I wanted to kind of go over is some changes that I've made to my violin. So one of the things, this violin is a Fiddlershop Symphony Violin. And it's a great violin. I've been playing it for about a year now. It's been my primary violin for about a year. One thing though, the violin originally came with gold-colored chin rest supports. And over months of playing, my sweat eroded the gold plating off of one of the chin rest supports. And so I just wanted to switch those out. So I went to Fiddlershop, the Fiddlershop website, and I ordered some Stradpet titanium chin rest supports, which I really like a lot. They were very easy to put on. It took less than 5 minutes to switch out the chin rest supports. And they're supposed to be hypoallergenic. I don't really have a problem with that at the moment, but they definitely look really nice. I really like the look, and I don't anticipate them. I don't anticipate any color change because of my sweat or anything. So I ordered those, and then I went on a titanium binge. And I ordered a Stradpet titanium fine tuner. And then, I don't know if you can see here, but I ordered a titanium bridge protector for the E string. That little guy gouges in, so the titanium will help prevent that. I also ordered a titanium end button here, but I haven't put it on yet. I was kind of going crazy with the titanium. So I think wood has a warmer sound, so I didn't want to go crazy and make this violin like a cyborg violin with all these titanium parts. I definitely think these were a good addition. This was maybe a little extravagant and not necessary, but I like it. And this here, this little guy here, probably also a little unnecessary, but I like it. Have I noticed any difference in sound with all the titanium? Honestly, no. I've heard and read where some people have said it makes the E string sound a little shrill. I haven't noticed that. I haven't noticed any difference in sound at all, either good or bad. But I think it looks pretty cool, so I'm gonna stay with the titanium. And I may end up switching out the titanium end button as well. Like I said, I have it, and it looks great. It looks fantastic. But I don't know. I'm okay with the wood end button for now. The other thing that I've added is this Diodario tuner, and to that I have to thank Alto's 7635. So Alto's 7635 suggested this tuner, and I got this tuner, and it's fantastic. So it's a Diodario tuner, and it's a clip-on. It clips on to the side of the violin, and it's got a swivel head so you can position it just so you can see it just fine, whatever angle you're at. I actually have several Diodario tuners for my basses. But as you can see here, the bass and guitar tuner has a much shorter neck, so it doesn't clip on to the violin. If you get the Diodario violin fine tuner, it has a much longer neck and it can clip onto the violin. So some people may not like this because they're concerned about the finish of the violin, the clipping on the tuner marring the finish. Honestly, that's not an issue for me. It clips on snug, but I don't think it's too tight. It doesn't feel too tight. And I don't worry about this harming the finish any more than I'm concerned about the shoulder rest harming the finish of the violin. When it's got a button on the top that you just press to turn on. And you can angle the head so that you can see it, and then it gives you a really easy to read reading of your strings. So where this is especially helpful is I can see the tuner as I'm putting my finger in different positions on the violin. And I can see if the note I'm playing, I can see right away if I'm playing an F or an F sharp, or C or C or a D. It's very easy to see, especially when my hand is in the third position and there aren't the same kind of memory landmarks as there are in the first position. So thank you again, Altos 7635, for this great suggestion, and I use it every day. Every time I play the violin, I use this tuner, and it's really, really helpful. So those are some changes that I've made to the old symphony violin. And now, the long-awaited award ceremony. So, I have an award here that I will be giving myself. And you may ask yourself, can you give yourself an award? Yes, you can give yourself an award. So I'm giving myself this award right here. And it's the 500 consecutive day recognition certificate. So I'll bring it in a little closer so you can see this. So this certificate commemorates 500 consecutive days of violin practice. I'll read it to you. The certificate recognizes that I have diligently practiced the violin every day without fail for the time period from December 2nd, 2022 through April 15th, 2024. Why? Because that's what Paganini would do. This will look nice hanging on the wall. I guess this makes me an award-winning violinist. So that's pretty good. Day 500 of my violin journey, and I'm already winning awards. So the next milestone, I guess, after 500 days would be around the 548, 550 day mark, which is a year and a half. That's kind of the official year and a half mark. So I'm going to be trying to shoot for that. And I think after that, I'm going to deliberately take a day or two off, because I don't want to keep trying to chase this, to try to chase and see how long I can extend my everyday practicing without missing a day. Clearly I can't do it for the rest of my life. So I think after I get to the year and a half mark, I'm going to take a few days off. I'm going to continue practicing the violin because I really enjoy the violin. but I'm not going to be practicing it every day. One more thing I did kind of want to talk about is I've been experiencing some arm pain, and this has come up suddenly in the last 2 weeks, where it's very painful to hold the violin in the correct position, and then when I'm ready to put the violin down, I have to very slowly turn my arm because it's pretty painful up in here. And I don't know why. I haven't changed my violin position at all. I haven't changed my playing style, but this just came up out of the blue. But that happens as you get older. Aches and pains just happen. So I'm just gonna play through it, just push through it, and keep practicing, because that's what Paganini would do. Until next time, this is Man vs. Violin, signing off.